From the Golden Gate Bridge to the Empire State Building, America is filled with towering monuments to human ambition. But behind these symbols of progress lies a dark and often hidden history. Today, we're uncovering the deadliest construction projects in US history, revealing the human cost of building a nation. You might think you know the numbers, the official death tolls listed in history books. But what if I told you the real numbers are far higher? Take the Hoover Dam, officially. 96 men died during its construction. But that number doesn't include deaths from heat stroke, pneumonia, or heart failure, which were conveniently labeled as non-industrial. The true toll is likely hundreds more. It's a pattern repeated across countless projects, a hidden death toll that authorities and companies were happy to bury. So why were these projects so lethal? It often came down to the construction methods. Imagine being a sandhog digging the tunnels for the Brooklyn Bridge in the 1870s. You'd be working in a caisson, a giant airtight chamber submerged underwater and filled with compressed air. Coming back to the surface to quickly cause a terrifying condition called the bends, where nitrogen bubbles formed in your blood, leading to excruciating pain, paralysis, or even death. This was experimental, terrifying technology, and the workers were the guinea pigs. Or think about the Sky Boys of the Empire State Building. Mohawk ironworkers who fearlessly walked narrow steel beams 1,000 feet in the air with no safety harnesses. It was a spectacle. But one wrong step meant instant death. What's even more haunting is that many of these workers have been completely erased from history. During the Great Age of American construction, a huge portion of the labor force was made up of recent immigrants from Ireland, Italy, and China. They were often undocumented, paid in cash. And when they died, they were simply forgotten. Their names were never recorded. Their families were never notified. On projects like the Transcontinental Railroad, it's estimated that hundreds, if not thousands, of Chinese laborers died, their bodies buried in unmarked graves alongside the tracks they laid. They are the ghosts of American progress. Their identity is lost forever, and then there are the strange accidents, the unexplained events that defy easy answers. During the construction of the Hawk's Nest Tunnel in West Virginia, workers drilled through silica rock, releasing a fine, deadly dust. Within a few years, hundreds, some say over 1,000, died from an acute form of silicosis. It was a slow, agonizing death. Was it a tragic accident, or did the company know the risks and hide them to save money? Reports were suppressed, and the truth was buried with the victims. These incidents weren't just bad luck. They were often the result of deliberate cover-ups. Companies were under immense pressure to finish on time and under budget. Safety was a luxury they couldn't afford. Investigations were often superficial. Reports were altered, and the true scale of the danger was hidden from the public to keep the projects moving. Money flowing. The working conditions themselves were a living nightmare. Imagine building the Hoover Dam in the scorching of Otter Desert, where summer temperatures in the unventilated tunnels could reach 140 degrees Fahrenheit. Workers were dropping dead from heat exhaustion. Others were exposed to constant carbon monoxide fumes from the trucks. In the St. Francis Dam in California, workers toiled on a structure built on unstable ground, a geological flaw the chief engineer ignored. The dam's catastrophic collapse in 1928 unleashed a wall of water that killed over 100 people. One of the worst civil engineering disasters of the 20th century. Some projects became so notorious for accidents that they were whispered to be cursed. The Lynn Canal, the crucial waterway for the Alaskan gold rush, saw so many ships sink and so many lives lost that it was dubbed the Crucible of Lost Souls. Legends grew around these places, stories of ghostly apparitions and bad omens, as people tried to make sense of the relentless tragedy. But amidst the statistics and the legends, it's the human stories that hit the hardest. We remember men like John Rowling, the genius designer of the Brooklyn Bridge, who died from a tetanus infection after a ferry crushed his foot while surveying the site. His son, Washington Moobling, took over, only to be crippled by the bends, forced to supervise the rest of the construction from his apartment window with a telescope. Or the countless unknown workers, young men who traveled across the country for a chance at a steady wage, only to end up as a footnote in a tragedy. They had families, dreams, and futures that were sacrificed for steel and concrete. It's a grim history, but it wasn't all in vain. Every disaster, every death, became a lesson. The Triangle Shirtwaist Factory fire led to massive overhauls in fire safety laws and building codes. The Hawk's Nest Tunnel tragedy spurred new worker protection laws and an understanding of occupatio. Null diseases, the hard hat, safety nets, and the entire field of occupational safety, or OSHA, were born from these tragic mistakes. The engineering innovations that keep construction workers safer today are a direct legacy of those who died in the past. And what about the structures themselves? The Hoover Dam still holds back the mighty Colorado River, powering cities and irrigating deserts. The Empire State Building remains an iconic silhouette. Against the New York skyline, the Golden Gate Bridge, which cost 11 lives, is one of the most beautiful and recognized structures in the world. They stand today as testaments to human ingenuity and sacrifice. They are symbols of progress, but also solemn memorials, so the next time you look up at a towering skyscraper or majestic bridge, take a moment to remember the incredible ambition it took to build them, and the incredible human cost that was paid. They are more than just stone and steel. They are monuments built on the bones of the forgotten. Thanks for watching. If you found this story as haunting and important as we did, please like this video and subscribe for more hidden histories. See you next time.